Hi there. Thanks for taking my call. I'm at Mass quite often, and I went to a funeral, and the priest at the raising of the blood of Christ, instead of saying many in those words, he said all. I wondered exactly what does that all refer to, or the many, and I know the church teaches many, but I just wondered why that's important.
Yes, so this is very wrong. To say for all is very, very wrong. It is not the proper translation of the biblical text or the Latin typical edition of the liturgy. There was an older English translation of the liturgy that said for all, because honestly, the people who did the translating had an agenda. And they wanted to import their own theology rather than the actual biblical text or the typical text of the Latin edition. And so there was a chunk of time in the English-speaking Catholic Church when people were saying for all, even though that's not what the Latin says and it's not what the Greek says. In the pontificate of Benedict XVI, Benedict understood very well that there were some errors in the English translation of the Mass, specifically English. And so he called this commission to study the question and to make corrections to the translation. And they got down to this business about for many or for all. And the Pope issued what is called a motu proprio, which is a legal document where the Pope intervenes specifically in some matter of church discipline and says, it's going to be this and not that. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Salute, and he's got the last word.
Yeah.
And Benedict sent down the motu proprio and said, it's for many. It's for many.
An important distinction.
And it is. Now, in saying that, here's why people get funny about this. Because when they hear for many instead of for all, they think, well, then the church is saying that, Christ didn't die for everybody, or communion's not for everybody, or something. And I'm like, whoa, back up. Christ died for everybody. He died for all. Communion is not for all.
Clearly.
Communion is not for all. We just got finished talking about how for some people it's dangerous.
Yeah.
And the Mass is the sacrifice that the church offers, right? I mean, God bless them, but our Buddhist friends are not offering the sacrifice of the Mass. Our Hindu friends are not offering the sacrifice of the Mass. Our Jewish friends are not offering the sacrifice of the Mass. This is the prayer of the church.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean those people are going to hell. We're not saying that, right? But this is the sacrifice of the church. And the church has jurisdiction over her members to determine whether they are properly disposed to partake of this sacrifice. And thus it's for many, not for all.